Hi, I think about 12 days to go for the CLAT 2020 exam. This exam has got postponed too many times that you would want it over and done with. Of the 5 sections that come in CLAT 2020, one section that is always an irritant for a lot of people is the logical reasoning section. 30 questions. How do you maximize your score in these 30 questions, given that there are just about 10-12 days to go? The next 3-4 minutes is to give you exactly that. But before that, let's understand what gets you or what kind of questions come in the logical reasoning section. Now, here is what we have. The expected number of questions, approximately 30. Out of these 30 that you see, there is a very high possibility, that 20 of them will be in 4 passages, 5 questions each. In addition to that, you will have, if I can put it across, 2 questions, individual critical reasoning questions on assumptions or conclusions. Now, here is an important thing. 3 questions of syllogisms maybe, or 3 questions on statements and assumptions. There could be a toss-up between these 2. I believe most of us would want this because 3 marks on 3 marks is very much possible if you get syllogisms. Having said that, if everybody gets it right, it nullifies the score that you probably will get too. And 2 possible puzzles of 3 marks and 2 marks, coding, decoding, blood relations, direction sense, and actual pure arrangements, which can come in for about 5 questions. Here, we are talking about 30 questions that you can get. 30 questions. In these 30 questions, can we look at how do we divide this time in the actual exam too? Probably the 20 questions of passages will require you 14 to 16 minutes. The critical reasoning, 2 questions will require 3 minutes. Between the syllogisms and the statements and assumptions, if you know how to solve it, I don't think you will take more than 2 minutes. So it is typically 2 minutes that you will take between the 2. And if analytical reasoning can be done in 5 minutes for the 2 sets, I think we are discussing a 25-minute attempt to probably get a 20+ mark. But that's as far as the strategy is concerned. N number of times, not only me, various people who would have given you how to prepare and or write this exam would have helped you on. But I'm going to talk about what should you do for the next 10 days. And I think it's a very simple plan. Very simple plan. You don't have a chance to do anything greatly new right now. So the best use is to make the best use out of the mocks that are already available. If you are a LST student, you know that you have a total of about 30 mocks available to you. The number of passages that are available, 4 passages per mock would make it 12 passages per day that you can do. 120 passages, 10 days of work, 12 passages. What are you supposed to do? 12 passages, give about 5 to 7 minutes for each. That's about 1 hour to 1.5 hours, ideally, to go through these 12 passages with 4 or 5 questions that are given in each of these passages. And why is that? The idea is to look at the types of questions which come in. What is an assumption? What is a conclusion? What is a corollary? All such kind of questions which have come in the logical reasoning passage. Then you have analytical sets available. There are at least 60 sets available, 2 questions, 2 sets in each of the mocks. Can you do over the next 10 days, 6 sets per day? If you have more time, do more. If you have less time, do more sets per day. More days, that is. If you have, you can do less sets. If you have less days, you do more sets per day. Then of course, the syllogism questions, probably about 50 questions you have from the mocks itself. Can you do 10 questions a day over 5 days? And similarly, assumptions and statements, questions, 10 questions per day. I am telling you, there is precious little that you can do to do something new. But what you have already done, can you revise that? This is not the time to worry about what you do not know. This is the time to redo what you have already done. The best way to get marks is to go into an exam and see that when the question comes in, the questions are familiar to you, the areas are familiar to you. Understand this, 120 passages you do from various genres. The chances are that in the CLAT 2020, when you go and open your paper, you might see that 4 passages somewhere or the other connected to these 120 passages that you will do from the mocks of LST itself. At least 3 of them will be familiar. So is the case with the analytical reasoning, or so is the case with your syllogisms and statements of assumptions. If you want to crack that 20 plus score, which will be very decent according to me, as far as logical reasoning is concerned, which is the betanwa, the negative thing for a lot of students, you can, with this very, very simple revision plan, very simple, very implementable revision plan, you can get that 20 plus. Even if you're getting 14, 15, 13, 16 marks till now, you can cross the 20. If you're already getting 20, that 3-4 marks extra just to get that familiarity level and the rhythm that you need to get an exam, you will be able to do that. That's all I would say for today. Make sure that you use the last 10 days. Don't kind of slack off after having put in so much of effort. And with one last thing, that hopefully the exam will get over on the September 7th. Here is what my best wishes to you from all of us at CLST. Wish you all the very best. Thank you.